Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Nahmaduhu wa nusalli ala rasulihil kareem amma ba'd. Our today's topic is particles of interrogation. In Arabic, we say adwatul istifham, literally means tools of interrogation or instruments of questioning. In Arabic, these are of two types, huruf al-istifham and a small istifham. Huruf al-istifham, we have only two, hal and a. And these huruf are used for yes, no questions. For example, if I say, is this a pen? Answer will be yes. If I say, is this a pencil? Answer will be no. If I say, what is this? Answer cannot be yes or no. Although the first type of answers may also be elaborated by saying, yes, this is a pen, no, this is not a pen, but usually yes and no suffices. So here I have certain examples. Hal anta min London? Are you from London? So this is a jumla ismiya. Anta is a noun, it's an ism, and we have added hal before this sentence. Hal may also be added before jumla failure. Hal tazhabu ilal maktabi? Are you going to the office? So this hal word, which is a standalone word, or we can say a spoken question mark, is added before a sentence, just like English words we use at the beginning of sentences, such as why, when, how, what, etc. So we may also use in place of hal a. A is not clearly a complete word, it's more like a prefix. So means the same, which means asking for what question. Tazhabu ilal maktabi? Are you going to the office? However, unlike hal, a may also be used for negative questions. For example, we can say, ala tashabu ilal maktabi? Are you not going to the office? So for this kind of negative question, hal is not used. So this question, hal tazhabu ilal maktabi, we can ask in three different ways here. We can say, hal tazhabu ilal maktabi? Atashabu ilal maktabi? Tazhabu ilal maktabi? In the last one, I have made simple use of intonation to clarify that this is a question, not a statement. Let us look at this example from Quran. Wahal ataka hadisu Musa. This is Surah Taha, which is Surah number 20, and this is ayah number 9. Wahal ataka hadisu Musa. Has the story of Moses come to you or reached you? Izra'a naran fakala li ahlihim kusu inni anastu naran allati atikum minha bikabasin o ajidu alannari hudan. I have seen this fire. I may bring a burning coal from there for you, or I may get some kind of guidance from there. So here, ataka is verb, and hal has been used before this verb. So, hal ataka hadisa Musa. Has the story of Moses come to you, reach you, or do you know the story of Moses? Have you heard about the story of Moses? I have another example here where a has been used rather than hal, and that is Surah Yusuf, ayah number 90. Surah Yusuf is Surah number 12 in Quran. Here, this is a part of the ayah, a innaka la anta Yusufu. Just to, because this is a little bit ayahs are usually complex, and it's high quality language, and high quality language tends to be high quality language, eloquent language. So if we dissect this ayah, we can see that the basic sentence, which is simple sentence here, is Anta Yusufu, you are Yusuf. And we can make it, put emphasis in it and add inna. So that will become innaka Yusufu. Surely you are Yusuf. And if we want to further emphasize this, we can actually add here innaka anta Yusufu rather than saying innaka la Yusufu. Here it has been used innaka anta Yusufu. Let's to understand this, let's go back to our boy. We said al waladu hasanun, the boy is good. When we emphasize this, we said innal walada hasanun, the boy is really good. And then we further emphasized this and we said al waladu la hasanun. We added lam of tawqid here and said boy is really, really good. The boy is definitely good. But there is another way of, a different way of making the same point, making it important, or putting emphasis on it is, that's another way we can say it, al waladu huwal hasan. So what we have done here is that between mubtada and khabar, we have brought the relevant zamir, the pronoun. You know, we are talking about boy as a third person, and boy is masculine and singular. So the first zamir, when we start from third person, that is masculine, singular, and clearly in third person. So we say huwa, huma, hum, hiya, huma, hunna, anta, antuma, antum, anti, antuma, antunna, ana, nahnu. So to put this kind of emphasis here, we bring the relevant zamir between mubtada and khabar and make khabar definite. So al waladu huwal hasanu, it's not hasanun anymore, huwal hasanu, huwa al hasanu. That's what it is. So we can translate that as the boy is the one who is good. Only the boy, which we're talking about a particular boy, only the boy is good. Boy is the one who is really good. So that kind of emphasis is there in this sentence. Similarly, innaka anta Yusufu. So we have brought that relevant zamir, which anta in this case, you, and Yusuf is already definite, so we can't make it more definite by putting al on it. So innaka anta Yusufu, of course you are Yusuf, you're really Yusuf. And then by putting further emphasis on it, we can add lam of tawqid here and say innaka la anta Yusufu. And his brothers, when they came this time, and the way the conversation went, because they have been coming to him in the last 2 years, they came several times, and this time the way the conversation went, it transpired they came to know that he probably is Yusuf. So they asked him, when there is a overwhelming feeling of awe, or you're really surprised, shocked, and when your eyes are open and mouth is open to a certain extent as well, it's that kind of expression here when we put question mark here. Innaka la anta Yusufu, are you really Yusuf? And Yusuf replied, Kala in Quran says, Kala ana Yusufu wa haza akhi. Yes, I am Yusuf. I am Yusuf, ana Yusufu, and haza akhi. And this is my brother. His brother Benjamin was also sitting alongside with him at that point in time, at that particular place. So that's how the conversation went, and you can see the surprise which they asked this, the astonishment, the amazement, how that amazement has been brought in this ayah. So that's the beauty of Quran. Let us look at an other example. This example is about huruf a small istifham. Those were two huruf istifham, hal and a. But when we say a small istifham, then these are asma, which means these are nouns. And we will have to know four things about a noun. We will have to know whether a noun is definite, which means it's wus'a. We have to know about its i'rab, and we also have to know whether it's masculine or feminine. So these are, ma is one of those huruf, asma, a small istifham, and these are quite a few here as well, which has been used in Quran most frequently. Clearly, this is not an exhaustive list. There are more. So ma is one of them. Ma is used, and sometimes ma za is used, and in the meaning of what, and then the meaning of other asma you can see from here. So four qualities of a noun. For example, here we say ma haza. What is this? So 2 points here we have to focus on. One is that what about ma here? Ma is different from ha and a in a way, and that applies to rest of these as well. That ma here has become part of the sentence. It is not really an addition like hal or a. It is actually ma. Ma is part of the sentence. Ma haza, what is this? So this is mubtada, this is khabar. Let us first look at the four qualities of these. Ma, all these huruf, from the wus'at point of view, they are indefinite. Okay. And from the Arab point of view, they are mabni. That means in all three states, they do not change except ayyun. Ayyun does change, but the others are mabni. So from Wusa point of view, they're all indefinite. From the Arab point of view, nearly all of them are mabni, which means they do not change their appearance in a sentence in different Arabic states. And from the gender and other point of view, um, they could be put with any any other noun. For example, the noun may be plural, it may be singular, it may be muzakkar, it may be muannas. They could be added with any noun, and they will go with any noun, any jins, any number, whether a singular, plural, or masculine, feminine. So they do not change. They're kind of with the change in gender and change in number, they do not change, they remain the same. So here we have mahaza. What is this? So easy way of saying that is this is mubtada, this is khabar. But some scholars say because khabar is definite, so they say, sorry, the mubtada is definite, say this is mubtada and this is khabar, and khabar can sometimes be brought before mubtada. On the other hand, the easy way to look at this is really, because we know although mubtada is usually definite, it could be indefinite, and although the khabar is usually indefinite, it could be definite. So easy way will be just to say ma haza, ma mubtada, haza khabar, what is this, and this is a complete sentence, and ma is part of the sentence. It is not like hal or a, it's not an addition to the sentence. So ma haza here has been, ma has been used as a mubtada with haza, which is a noun. But when we want to say what with a fail, ma is not used, ma da is used. So ma za toridu, what do you want or what do you like? So if we want to use verb here, this is verb. We haven't worked on the verbs yet, but inshallah we're going to start verbs soon. So ma za turidu, what do you want? And also when we use what with jar majroor, prepositional phrase, again we don't use ma, we use ma za. So ma za fi yadika, what is in your hand. Or we can say maza indaka, what do you have, or what is with you basically means what do you have. Maza indaka, maza fi yadika, what is in your hand. Here I have got this ayah, uh, again from Surah Taha, ayah number 17. When the conversation took place between Moses and Allah, um, he was asked, Wama tilka bi yaminika ya Musa. So Ma has been used here. What is this in your right hand, O Moses? So here we can see tilka is a noun and ma has been used, not maza. However, if we say the same, if we ask the same question in slightly different way, we can say in Arabic, which clearly is not Quran, maza fi yadikal yumna ya Musa. What is this in your right hand, O Moses? So you can see when we say fi yadika, in your hand, what hand? Right hand. Then with the fi, maza has to be used. That's one point. And second point, really, which interests me is that although one may use this sentence to ask what is in your right hand in Quran, وَمَا تِلْكَ بِيَمِينِكَ يَا مُوسَى, that has been used. Yameen means right side basically rather than hand. There's no word here which we can say that's the translation of hand. Yadika, yad is hand, yadika your hand, but here it's just right side. And this is how the conversations go, that when someone sees, if you see something in my right hand, rather than using the word hand, you can just say the right side, which means actually in your right hand, because you can see something in my right hand. And this is also the style of a high quality language, um, eloquent language. وَمَا تِلْكَ بِيَمِينِكَ يَا مُوسَى. In Surah Waqia, when we say, when we read right from the beginning, we say, إذا وقعت الواقعة ليس لوقعتها كاذبة خافضة رافعة إذا رجت الأرض رجا وبست الجبال بسا فكانت هباء منبثا وكنتم أزواجا ثلاثة. And you will be divided when all that will happen, and the signs of Qiyamah, then you will be divided into three groups. For ashabul maymanati, similarly to this, the right-sided ones. For ashabul maymanati wa ashabul mash'amati, Shumal is the left-sided ones. Was-sabikuna sabikuna, and the ones who will be right in the front. So three groups, and later on in the surah, Yameen has also been used when description of Ashab Yameen comes. Wa sahabul وما أصحاب اليمين في سدر مخضود وطلح مندود وظل ممدود وماء مسكوب وفاكهة كثيرة لا مقطوعة ولا ممنوعة وفرش مرفوعة إنا أنشأناهن إنشاء فجعلناهن أبكارا عربا أترابا لأصحاب اليمين سلة من الأولين وسلة من الآخرين. So أصحاب اليمين from Yumna. So that means the right side. And when if someone like me who is not into literature, that person will use Maza fi yadikal yumna ya Musa. But in Quran, which is a high quality language, Wama tilka bi yaminika ya Musa. And you can see that when we say Wama tilka bi yaminika ya Musa, the flow is much better. It's not hard on the tongue rather than saying Maza fi yadikal yumna ya Musa, which appears to be a little bit, the flow is not that great, and it appears to be a little bit of hard on the tongue as well. Another interesting thing here, what follows it, I have found is that, when Moses was asked, "Wama tilka bi yaminika ya Musa," what is that in your right hand, O Moses? And he said, Kala, he said, Hiya asaya, that's my stick. Or in Bible, the word has been used staff, staff, which is the same word as we say medical staff, surgical staff, etc., office staff. So that's my stick. And then he started describing what does he do with that stick. So that's what happens when it's only being human, and that when you find a conversation interesting, when the other person who is sitting across you is appealing to you, and you just tend to prolong the conversation. I found that really, really fascinating. Um, so we have looked at the use of ma and maza today, and these are other words: man, kaifa, aina, mata, ayana, both means when, ayun, which, anna, from where, come, how many, how much, and lima, for what and why. We will, inshallah, address these some of the other words next time. سبحانك اللهم وبحمدك أشهد أن لا إله إلا أنت أستغفرك وأتوب إليك.